Well, my name is Noelle Gunn, and I'm attending East Carolina University. I'm here as a master's student studying drawing and painting. And while I've been here, I've been exploring mixed media and stepping into the practice of installation art as well. I play with textiles and paper making, painting with materials. The piece that was accepted is called And Into Waking Bloom. And it is a vision that I got in my second year of sobriety. And it was during a time where I was getting back into my career field and learning how to be present and live life on life's terms. You know, those first 2 years are like a roller coaster for me, like ups and downs, ups and downs. And I was struggling that morning with I don't know how I'm going to move forward and do that successfully. Like, how do I do this life thing and cope with the things that are showing up? And I got this vision of a girl riding a bear, and that bear was going to kick anything's rear end, basically, that was going to stand in my way of enjoying this life. You know, it wasn't until coming into this program that I came in and I wanted to learn something different, and I wanted to expand the toolbox. And so for me, being a traditional drawer and painter, one of the things that I love doing is drawing from observation, what I'm seeing, being in that moment. And on the extreme other side of that for me is drawing from memory and imagination, which I haven't done since I was probably 8 or 9 years old. Restricted myself from creating it because I don't have a real bear. I don't have a real person to sit on that bear and that obsessiveness that I can get around that. And so it was a real leap into doing something different and going for broke. There's something about just stepping out and doing something new. And in this case, going to those different workshops, I'm always hearing something, those teachable moments, right? Just opening up to what can I be taught today? Am I gonna sit here and allow myself to play? And when I do, I tell you one thing, I get blessed every time. The front burner workshops, the one that sticks out most in my mind was the Mexican muralist, where they were talking about coming from our personal narrative. And so through that specific workshop, we had the opportunity to draw or paint an image from our life. And that image actually has become the basis for the thesis work that I've been creating. And it gave me that 3-hour period to sit and play again, like being playful, not editing what I'm doing, not judging the things that are coming out of myself, just letting it flow. And I ended up drawing a field that was behind my home. I drew the garage where we would sit and watch thunderstorms. We did that as a family when I was a little kid, and how the dog would chase the lightning. And through that, there's this thread that's moving through the space. And so that is the memory that I'm playing with for the thesis exhibition. So thus above me, I've got the cloud forms that I'm beginning to create. I love being with people and I love community. And that's one of the big reasons why I wanted to come to school, is to be a part of an artist network. And so when I found out that we weren't going to be coming back into the building, and I had some issues with that. The positives that I see is that it's pulled me into the things that I have enjoyed since before coming into the program, where, I mean, I would do daily walks, and that did pick up once we went online. And so I spent a lot of time outside, And that's something that does influence the things that I make. And so a lot of the things that I'm playing with now, are using sticks and dirt and the things that, obviously, again, the sky and the clouds, these natural, the green, the leaves, the things that I pick up on walks, brush. So that's been interesting and something that I don't know if it would have evolved the way it would have if we've been in the building all the time.
My name is Kathryn Ragland. I go to Pitt Community College, and I'm working towards an associate's in art. I was in a graphic design class, and my teacher came up to me after I finished a project early, and she said there was this contest, and I had no idea about it, but she said that she thought that my work was very good and that I should enter, and I honestly did it for fun. I didn't think I was going to win or anything. I made it more for myself, and as you can see, I put it up on my wall. Moving forward, I would definitely like to go into more of an illustrative role, like a children's book artist or something like that, because I feel like character design and illustration is where my strengths lie in. I more so created the piece to step out of my bounds and to challenge myself, because I had never used Photoshop before until I took the class. While I was in the class, I was really struggling with what I wanted to go for my career. I was in a kind of reflection point, looking back at what I have done and looking forward to what I'm going to do. And it was disheartening at first, but then I realized that there's a hope looking forward and what I will create and how I will grow as an artist. I still see it in the same way I saw it back then, because it's kind of like a time capsule. It's all of the feelings and emotions put into one piece, and looking at it, it reminds me of where I was at. I can still look at it and feel the same way, because there's always that looking back and looking forward, and how you see it, if it's despair or if it's hope for the future. Me and my younger sister are both creative, but I try my best to inspire my little sister, because she likes to copy what I'm doing, and I'll show her new ways to look at things and to draw, because she enjoys it as much as I do. Like, winning and everything is just a lot of validation that, like, I can go forth into an art-centered career, because a lot of the time you hear that it's not sustainable, it's hard to get into, but I just entered this contest for fun. And I remember when I got the email that I was one of the winners, I was in Florida with my grandparents, and I checked my email and I saw it, and I started freaking out on the beach. But it's validating that I can create something I'm proud of, and other people get as much enjoyment out of it as I do.